What's going on, guys? I am Jaye. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. This is going to be in response to a video that I came across of a particular female. She's a new content creator. She made a video about the problems in the men going your own way community. I didn't know people were still making those videos, but they are. Okay? She made this 24-minute video about her problem with the men going your own way community. Now, I'm not going to put the video in here because I've dealt with issues, especially recently with copyright and the way YouTube is. I'm just not going to take those type of chances, okay? But I will put the link in the description, and y'all can go and check the video out for yourself, okay? Now, this is commentary, because I know some of you, especially you weak beta males, who watch my videos, you're the type of guys who will probably go and donate to this female. You'll probably go and follow her on social media because you're that big of a simp. You're gonna have a problem with the delivery of my commentary. You see, I do commentary. This ain't the news, okay? This is commentary on a particular person. If you don't like how I speak and how long I take in between times where I speak on different things or different wording, you can go watch somebody else. Don't complain about it in the comment section, okay? Because you're only going to make yourself look like an even bigger loser, okay? Now, on this female, I watched her video, and I made it through most of it, but I got the gist of what she was saying, and I took some notes. Because it's very clear to me that I guess because of what's going on right now with CV, people just got so much time on their hands. Now, these type of videos have been happening for a while, but this particular video, it bothered me because you can sense the ignorance, you can sense the shallowness of a person, somebody who clearly watched a few videos and got triggered, which they shouldn't, because there are people who videos I used to come across that would get me heated, make me want to go live or make a video because I wanted to do commentary, just speaking on ignorance. But I'm not that person. If I don't like what you're saying, I'm just not going to watch you. But you have a segment of women. Now, this is a young girl. I believe she's 23. And she's making videos because she's upset that the men going your own way community speaks about women basically approaching the wall at 30 years old. Now, I'm not in agreement that all women, basically hit the wall at 30. But there are a lot of guys who may feel that way. But I truly, honestly believe that a lot of times you have women who are able to play around in their 20s and even in their 30s, and they're still able to get married. But there is a lot of women who can't, because a lot of those women refuse to change. Now, this particular female, Stacy, she might be a very decent girl. She seems good-natured. I don't have any problems with her personally. I don't think she's a bad person. I don't think that, she's someone who should receive a ton of vitriol. I think she should be taught, the lessons of true red pill ideology and what it means to go your own way. Because this, to me, is a teachable moment to a young lady who you can tell doesn't really know much about life. She watched a few Shira 7 videos, and you got all these Shira 7 clones out here who, the level up women who are talking about leveling up, and they want to call everybody broke. But it took them till they were 40 to find the mandate that they wanted. Or when they done got ran through, they settled for that sugar daddy. But be that as it may, let's go through some of these talking points. Okay? I took some notes, people. I took notes, okay? Now, she started off by saying that she no longer supports feminism, which is what I've been hearing from a lot of women over the past couple of years. They talk about how they no longer support feminism. Yeah, I see why, because you notice that a lot of men don't like feminists, so you need to separate yourself from it as much as possible. You even got feminists trying to separate themselves from the ideology, but claim that they're the good feminists. There's no good feminists. I'm sorry, especially not these days. Also, as I mentioned, she did not like the fact that you have men going their own way, who are saying that women approach the wall by age 30. Okay, to me, but I've seen a lot of women who are 40 who look better than women in their 20s and 30s, who keep themselves in good shape, who don't have any kids, and they look like they have more value than women in their 20s and 30s, because those women have probably done had a ton of kids, done been married, divorced, their bodies are broken down, just don't look the same. Okay. Also, she claims that the men going your own way movement is in response to feminists and gold diggers. No, gold diggers is not a response to them. I think that when you look at the fact that women embrace hypergamy, especially the level up women embrace hypergamy more than anybody. And when they're out there chasing that golden carrot, they leave themselves to getting used, because this young lady said in her video that she didn't like the fact that men going your own way, that they supported pumping and dumping, which is not actually accurate. I think that's more of the PUA community. I think more of the PUAs speak on that. Men going your own way, a lot of times there are guys who are monks. They're not even talking about dating women at all. They're not pumping any women, So I think that they got, the men going your own way community mixed up with the PUAs, which happens because you got a lot of these guys who are tweeners. They're red pill, then they're going their own way, then they're dating coaches, life coaches, they're all types of coaches. They're all types of coaches, right? All these different coaches sprung up claiming that they're going the wrong way, but buy my book. Go get it. Anyway, she also claimed that she believes in traditionalism now. A lot of these ex-feminists, ex-level up girls, all of them believe in traditionalism because it requires a man working hard to provide for that woman. But she also talked about how she is grateful for the feminist movement and how it allows her to be able to make money working, in corporate environments or regular job environments, in itself. Even though you got a lot of feminists now complaining about equal pay when they don't do equal work. I can see it now. If you're doing equal work and you're handling your own and you want to get paid the same, there's nothing wrong with that. But you got a lot of these feminists out here who are not doing the same amount of work. They're not, but they want equal pay. Also, she mentioned that, she thinks that men take advantage of their positions of power. I mean, everybody takes advantage of their positions of power. We've seen women take advantage of their positions of power. They just convicted an ex-mayor, I believe, of Baltimore of abusing her position of power. Men and women do that. But I think that when you have women who are choosing the wrong men, and they choose men who they claim have money and resources that they want so badly, and those men take advantage of their positions of power, when you have women pursuing those men, how can you blame those men? You're chasing those men. So that man is going to feel like you're only with him for what he has anyway. Not that I'm in agreement of people taking advantage of their position of power. But if you're chasing a man who's rich and got money and he pumps and dumps you, that's on you. All right. She believed in leveling up, right? She believed in leveling up to a rich man. But we all know what leveling up really means. If you are a melanated man, you know exactly what the true meaning of level up is. Because the majority of the people talking about leveling up are melanated women. You don't see a lot of white women talking about leveling up. And she blamed men going your own way for men pumping and dumping, when really you need to look at the PUA community. They talk about all of that. Men, there are men who are going their own way. They're not even thinking about that. Okay. They've been through they've done all that. They've been married. They want nothing to do with women. But see, that's where logic comes into play, you know? Also, once again, here come the shaming, you know? A lot of men going the wrong way are hurt, and they don't like women. You know, somebody must have really did them wrong, you know? And they claim that we do that to women. And that's why women end up taking advantage of us. And once again, with this, somebody must have hurt you. Somebody must have hurt all of us, because we're all in the same boat, because we're all trying to find some semblance of happiness. There are a lot of guys who, yes, they were in bad relationships, bad marriages. They're dealing with the baby's mother who's greedy. Okay? They want better for their situation. And the shaming to me is crazy, because it just shows you that they want to police who we're sleeping with, who we're dating, because she also mentioned older men, and why, older men should not be marrying younger women. Well, older men do date and marry younger women. But what happens is you have a lot of older women who play around in their 20s and 30s and 40s, and all of a sudden they're in their mid 40s and they want to settle down. That is because they have been getting pumped and dumped by the men that they have chased, the men that they have given their time and effort to. And then once they're in their 40s and those men don't want them anymore, all of a sudden they're looking to older men in their age range to wife them up. And those dudes do not want used goods, okay? You 40 something years old with toddlers. You got 4 or 5 kids. No older man wants to be in a situation where he has to basically take over a family. So yes, you're going to see a lot of these guys date younger women who don't have kids, who don't have baggage, and you got a lot of older women who are bitter. But look at the lifestyle choices that you made. It's your fault that you had 3-4 kids by the time you were 30. That is a decision that you made. You have to take accountability, and a lot of females are not taking accountability for the decisions that they make. They want to blame everybody else. They want to talk about their leveling up. But we all know what that leveling up really means. It has nothing really to do monetarily. It has everything to do with making excuses for why they are single into their 30s and 40s. Even in their 50s. You got some of these 50-year-old women out here too who can't keep a man. They want to blame everybody. They want to shame older men who don't want them. Older men don't want used up women. They don't want somebody's baby mama. Your 40-something-year-old girlfriend is somebody's baby mama. These dudes do not want that, man. And to see a girl this particular age shaming, shaming older men into dating older women, when really you got younger females who pursue older men. Because let me tell you what happens. A lot of the women who get older and bitter, and they like to shame older men for dating younger women, they were the young females who dated older men. Why? Because they were more mature, they were more established. But when these older men, when you're older, and these same men that you think are going to save you from yourself are choosing to date younger women, now you want to shame them. Now you want to shame them. But you were one of those young females that used to pursue those same type of men. But you want those men to save you from yourself, and they're not doing it. So you got females that are going to come on YouTube or social media, and they're going to shame and they're going to go off because they realize that their dating pool is getting smaller and smaller, and somebody has to be the blamed.